Hello everyone. Today I'd like to cover the concept of two-part density, specifically exploring the role of melodic couplings. Two-part density is the first level of musical density achieved by introducing an additional pitch to play against a melody note. Melodic couplings are a common technique used in small and large group jazz arranging and compositions. Always be open to this technique in your arrangements. In a minute, I'll play some examples of melodic couplings in real charts. First, let's go over the concept of two-part density and specifically melodic couplings. You can think of a melodic coupling as an enhancement to a melody. The coupling shares the same rhythm as the melody but adds a note at a specific interval to that melody. So a melodic coupling can loosely be defined as 1. It follows the contour of the melody. 2. It can be placed above or below the melody. 3. It typically uses intervals such as octaves, diatonic thirds, and diatonic sixths. Less common but still effective intervals are perfect fourths, fifths, seconds, or even sevenths. Let's start with a simple example. Here you see a simple 2-bar melody. Now we can add a melodic coupling, in this case a diatonic third below the melody. The coupling follows the melody throughout at the interval of the third. Considering the specific range of this example, we could assign a trumpet to the top line, we could put an alto saxophone to the line below. The balance between the instruments is critical. The coupling should always enhance, not overshadow that melody. Now let's try a melodic coupling at the fourth below the melody. Same melody, but coupled below at the interval of the fourth. This interval creates a modern sound, a rich sound, but it may not work consistently throughout a musical line depending on the melody notes. If you do choose this melodic coupling option, be sure that the coupling can stay consistent at the perfect fourth throughout the line. If, for example, the line forces the coupling to create a tritone between the two lines, then that really just ruins the sound of the perfect fourth. You want to be careful on this one. A melodic coupling can also be created at the octave. Keep in mind, though, that adding an octave does not create two-part density. You will need an additional distinct note to create the two-part density. In this case, we have an octave coupling with a diatonic sixth coupling below. As far as instrumentation and the range of this example, we could assign the top melody to a flute, maybe the middle line to a muted trumpet or flugelhorn, and we could put the lower coupling to a tenor saxophone, for example. One point I'd like to make is that adding more instruments to a coupling increases the orchestral weight, but it doesn't change the density factor. It still remains at 2, so we have a density of 2. Mainly, what I mean is 2 different notes at one time. The additional weight influences how the listener perceives the music, so this manipulation of span and weight should be at the forefront of your decision making when working on a chart. I tend to use less weight and density in the first third of a chart than I would at the end or a climactic point in a chart. When you start to become super aware of just how you're manipulating span, weight, and density, you'll really see the endless possibilities of how your arrangement can play out. Listen carefully to your favorite charts, whether they be small jazz arrangements or big band. You will always hear melodic couplings at some point. Hopefully you'll hear how these couplings add interest and enhance the sound of the arrangements. Then you can begin to put these melodic couplings into your arranging arsenal. The following are some examples of melodic couplings from real charts. Let me know if you have any questions about this topic by commenting in the comments below.